Good morning, everybody. This is David with Amicus. We're about to put on a second coat here. We've got second coats on in a few other spots, and a lot of people go like, well, why would you put on a second coat? This looks fine. This looks good. Um, Even though it does look, I guess, fine or good to some people, it's not. Two coats is really important a lot of times, especially with stucco. Now, even in the video, just looking at it like this, you probably can't see these things, but I'm gonna point them out. So, right here, see these dots now? There's a few different spots like this, and depending on what angle you are at, you may or may not see them right now. Especially with certain colors, depends on if the sun's in your eyes, and different things like that, and what angle you're standing at. Some people think that if you just stand and look at it from the direction that you're painting at, that's the direction, but you actually have to look at it from all different angles. If you're standing inside this window right here, and you've only looked this way, and you've only painted this way, believe it or not, I know it looks solid black, but there's actually still yellow on the back sides of these dips if you haven't got it in there. Perfect. Really, really good. And we're really good at it, but we still come back. And here, now you can see. So if you were standing inside of here looking out, you would see something completely different. Even here is a little bit. And this is why we come back and give a nice even light coat. It also helps even out the sheen completely. And if you don't fix these now and look really hard for them, in a year, 2 years, really quickly actually, you will find that the building fades, and then these spots become a lot more prominent, and then the old color will actually come through, and you won't have the same color anymore. So that's why we do that. We've already got second coats on most of the building. This was the easier wall. We wanted to get everything else done first. So now we're going to go ahead and shoot this wall. My gun is actually facing down. I don't want to overspray on the camera, and I want to shoot like I'm shooting from the top down. Even though generally no one will be above this project, see from the top down, if someone drives by in an 18-wheeler or a tall RV, they will have a fully different perspective, and it needs to have paint on it from every angle. I don't know if y'all could hear me clearly. I was saying that I was pointing my gun angle down. And the reason being, even though there's not a second floor or a way for someone to be at a higher angle, physically here like that, right here on the highway, 18-wheelers and RVs drive by on a regular, all day long. They're actually sitting up higher. They're sitting up much higher, and they're looking down. And if you actually look down, as I said, you will see a complete different, you might see holidays. And so on our second coat, we like to spray at different angles facing down, and letting that spray come down. And I also angle the gun back and forth and up, so we get all those different angles in there. Now the wall is going to dry out completely solid. I was also explaining, the downward overspray point is so that I wouldn't get any black paint on these two white cameras here, which we didn't. That's just good overspray control. I'll go ahead and pull this plastic off this window right here, and we will call this side done. Just like that. All right, thank you.